October 15th. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon. I'm out here on the farm. It's probably about 63 degrees. It's definitely cooled off compared to the last couple days. And right now I'm sitting overlooking this big, basically overgrown plot. Usually the farmer grows, clover or hay here. However, it's just so wet in the early season he never got to it. And it's pretty overgrown now. A lot of green still, so the deer should be coming in here to feed. Sitting here, we got this north wind coming back on this way, and I expect most deer to come back down there and then come from the neighbor's property over there. You can tell they got a lot of trails through this. What they're doing is they're coming out of the neighbor's woods, they're crossing in front and then going to the corn. So should be a nice cold weekend. Hopefully the deer are moving. We've had rain the last couple hours, starting yesterday afternoon on and off, and there's a good about 5-hour window here, so I'm hoping they're going to be moving. My brother and I talked. We noticed the trail cameras were kind of dead, so we assume they've bedded down, and hopefully they'll get up here soon and start looking at the food sources, and we'll see what comes out.
Kyle was having a pretty eventful afternoon as he was seeing a lot of deer, including a couple decent bucks. One of those bucks was worth another look, so he threw out a couple grunts and a snort wheeze. Unfortunately, this deer headed for greener pastures right after that, and looking back at it, Kyle should have read this buck's body language before doing so, as this is something that can often be overlooked when calling to a deer.
Well, just out here on the public. It's about 4:30 right now, and unfortunately we're packing it up. I'm gonna call it a day. Not happy about it. Got all the way to the area I was gonna hunt, found a little bit of sign, and got my sticks up, gear up, get my bow up, and I noticed that there's a string on it that's frayed pretty good, and unfortunately I don't want to do the unethical thing there, so I got down and I walked on back to the truck. Ended up running into two guys out here. One of them recognized me right away from the YouTube channel. Thought that's pretty cool. He's filming a show called Hunter's Paradise, so go ahead, give them guys a like. Seem like really nice guys, and I wish them well. Hopefully they'll be able to get a deer this year out here too. And me, well, fortunately I'm packing it up and heading to Jay's. Gonna get a new string put on my bow and maybe get out in the morning if I'm able to shoot my bow a couple times this evening. But unfortunate events, but it just wasn't meant to be today. trees over there. They didn't come through here. There's another opening down there. I'm wondering if they went through there, but pretty slow. But hey, it's still pretty early in the morning, so you never know what could happen. I was only able to get the one deer on camera, but the other one was pretty nice doe. I probably would have given her a poke if she would have came a little closer, but she never did. So we'll see. Like I said, plenty early. Well, it looks like so far our plan's done the complete opposite of what we wanted. We were hoping that a lot of these deer would come through in here, stage up, and then go to the apple trees. Well, that didn't happen, so we're going to sit about another half hour, and then we're going to pack up and get down, and then we're going to go over here on the other side of the property and just see what's there and see where we can hang the saddle and hopefully do a hang and bang tonight. All right, we are out of the stand now, and we're at the other side of the property right now. We're actually going to do some scouting, see what we come across. I brought the saddle and sticks with me, so I'm going to hang that up on some hot sign, hopefully, and then we're going to back out. You know, they say that you should always scout just as much as you hunt, or even more, and that's what we're going to do today, because I don't get to hunt this property a lot. It's 2 hours from my house, so I want to take advantage of it and come on the freshest sign that I can come across. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. So let's get walking and see what's out here. And hopefully we can get on something big this afternoon. Well, there's definitely a big buck using this. That was all there last week. I don't see any fresh ones right now, but it's definitely worth taking out. We're going to walk this strip here and see what we come across right now, but definitely worth noting for sure.
Check it out.
October 22nd. We're back in the saddle right now. We're overlooking a strip here where we have a northwest wind. At about 8 o'clock it's supposed to switch over to northeast. Hopefully it doesn't do that until then. If it does, we could be in trouble, but we're definitely pulling the wind here hard because I'm really giving him a good advantage. You can see right there I have my scent wafers on. I'm doing everything I could possibly do to keep my scent down. But we scouted this morning. This looked like a good spot to be at. There's a lot of deer sign in here. Rubs, tracks, droppings. Hopefully they come through here. I know just behind me that there is bedding in there. They come off these neighbors' property. They switch back and forth between the bedding and they go to the corn, the pumpkins, the apples. I think we're in a good spot because up front where the pumpkins are, there's going to be pickers there today. So any deer that'll be out there will get pushed back towards me. So we're going to sit tight now. It's cloudy. It's got all the things and all the ingredients to be a very, very successful hunt. We just saw our first buck of the evening. Nice 2.5-year-old, 7 or 8 point. Couldn't really tell, but he came out 118 yards away, made a scrape, and then he followed the tree line on out towards the pumpkins. I gotta assume that the pickers are gonna scare him back this way eventually, but it's a good sign because it's still plenty early.
October 23rd, it's about 4:40 in the afternoon. I'm at the farm in County. It's about, I don't know, low 50s right now, a little breezy. Nice northwest wind. Right now I'm sitting at the edge of a corn. And then back behind me is an overgrown field, and back beyond that is pumpkins. And so this is kind of a nice little funnel spot that they work their way through. They either hit the corn, they come through this section of woods and head out into the pumpkins. So we'll see how this afternoon treats me. This morning was a little slow. It's at the corn again, a couple hundred yards down the woodlot. We just saw 2 does and a raccoon. Must have been coyotes around all night, because I looked down and directly under my stand there's a fresh coyote kill, or a turkey kill. So that probably didn't help. I'm not sure how much it hurt, but just hoping a big one comes by tonight. This wood line right here, there's plenty of scrapes. There's some nice solid rubs. So definitely like to see what is out here making these rubs.
Kyle went into a stand that isn't hunted a whole lot, and although he had high hopes for the evening, things played out much differently than he had envisioned, as he didn't end up seeing a shooter, but he did see a few nice deer, including this nice young buck. Well, it is the 26th of October, and we are on our way down south once again, hoping once again to get an arrow and a buck. It's been a tough season so far. I've been hunting a lot on this farm because there's some really big bucks. We did some shed hunting, we did some scouting, we did some stand prep, some hanging some stands. I'm still hunting from my saddle in some trees, but like I said, there's some monster bucks down here. I have not hunted the public at all, really. I went out at one time, my bowstring broke, so I didn't get to hunt it. It's been stormy, it's been crappy the last couple days here in Michigan. It's been really windy, it's been rainy. My cell cameras are finally blowing up once again because it is nice out. It's a tad on the windier side today, but tomorrow and the next day, you really couldn't ask for any better weather. We've got a northwest wind, and we also have an east wind. The east wind's going to allow me to hunt the schoolyard, which will be nice because nobody's hunted that stand at all because you need that rare east wind. And it's been tough matching that along with a work schedule. So we're going to slip on into one of those spots and see what happens.
Well, that didn't take long at all, about 36 minutes, and we just had a small 7-point come through. Stage up, looked around, made his way to the apple orchard. I'm assuming because he cut in and they couldn't see him once he got in the apples, but we're off to a banging start, 36 minutes in. Well, it's about 7 o'clock. We got a couple more minutes of legal shooting light left, and it's been all right so far. Seen 7-point, doe, couple fawns, woodchuck, rabbit, but the pumpkin pickers were out picking pumpkins, and unfortunately, we didn't see anything after that. So that's right by those apple trees, and the deer come in here to stage and look out in there. So that's the way it goes. But hey, they got to make money too, and we'll be back at it tomorrow morning.
Rattling can be a pretty effective way to bring a buck in close, even in Michigan. But as luck would have it, this rattling sequence didn't bring anything in close. Meanwhile, Kyle was having a much different view across the farm.
We're hunting the strip again right now. The reason for this is because there's a bunch of scrapes along this edge right in here, and I want to see what comes and freshes them up. It's been pretty bad weather. We've gotten a lot of rain down here, so I'm guessing that something will come by and freshen them up. There's a couple up front there that I would love to hunt, but there's pickers there, so we won't be able to hunt that because they pick from basically 4 or 5 o'clock all the way till dark. So any deer that I've watched, go towards there runs right back. So that's why we're here. But just 3 more days and they won't be there picking, and we'll have that all to ourselves again, which will be nice. It's kind of a love-hate relationship, They're out there picking and you hate it, but at the same time, once they're done, there's so much food, it's ridiculous, and it's really good during the late season. So I'm excited to sit up there then too, but for now, we're gonna settle in. It's a little overcast. There's a little bit of a light drizzle. Hopefully that holds off and we can film this hunt.
Despite banging away on these antlers, the week went off without a bang, as I headed home and back to work empty-handed. Even though I was hunting some excellent free-range property here in Michigan, things were as challenging as ever. As we inched closer to the rut, I knew things could catch fire at any second. But I was also aware that my time was running out before rifle season, and I was getting hungry for some fresh venison, and I knew that I might have to pull the trigger sooner rather than later.